വേൾഡ് ട്രിപ്പ് തന്നെ പോകും. ഇതാണ് അമേരിക്ക, ഇതാണ് ഇന്ത്യ, ഇതാണ് ഓസ്ട്രേലിയ, ഇതാണ് ആഫ്രിക്ക, ഇതാണ് ഈ ഭൂമി ഇങ്ങനെ നീണ്ട് പരന്ന് കിടക്കില്ലേ. അപ്പൊ ഇങ്ങനെ പോയി 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 ഈ ഭൂമി അറ്റത്തെത്തിയാ എന്താ ചെയ്യാ? നമ്മള് വീയോ? ഭൂമിക്കൊരറ്റണ്ടാ. ഭൂമിന്റെ അറ്റം വരെ ആയെങ്കിലും പോയി ഉണ്ടാ. എന്താ ഭൂമിയുടെ ഷേപ്പ്?
500 വർഷങ്ങൾക്ക് മുൻപ് ഭൂമി പരന്നതാണെന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ചിരുന്ന ഒരു കാലഘട്ടത്ത് ഭൂമി ഉരുണ്ടതാണെന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ചിരുന്ന ചുരുക്കം ചിലരിൽ ഒരാളായിരുന്നു ഫെർഡിനാൻഡ് മഗല്ലൻ. സുഗന്ധവ്യഞ്ജനങ്ങൾ തേടി യൂറോപ്യൻ ശക്തികൾ കടൽ കടന്ന് ലോകം മുഴുവൻ സഞ്ചരിച്ചിരുന്ന ഒരു കാലഘട്ടമായിരുന്നു അത്. ലോകഭൂപടത്തിൽ കിഴക്ക് രേഖപ്പെടുത്തിയിരിക്കുന്ന സ്പൈസ് ഐലൻഡ് തേടി നാവികർ കിഴക്കോട്ട് പുറപ്പെട്ടപ്പോൾ സ്പെയിനിൽ നിന്ന് 270 കൂട്ടാളികളോടൊപ്പം പടിഞ്ഞാറോട്ട് യാത്ര തിരിച്ച നാവികനാണ് ഫെർഡിനാൻഡ് മഗല്ലൻ. ആ യാത്രയ്ക്കൊപ്പം നമുക്കും ചേരാം.
Ferdinand Magellan into one of the most celebrated explorers in the history of the world. The sky was huge and the horizon stretched endlessly. This voyage opened up the last great ocean, created new trade routes, and revealed the true scale of our planet. Even the sky at night was different. These God-fearing sailors wondered at the Southern Cross and noticed something strange in the heavens.
There are several small stars clustered together in the manner of 2 clouds. And in the middle of them are 2 stars, not very bright, and they move slightly.
Nearly 400 years later, these stellar clusters were identified as 2 of the closest galaxies to the Earth. The Magellanic Clouds have helped astronomers work out the scale of the universe and witness the death of stars. On December the 18th, 1520, the fleet turned northwest into the heart of the Pacific. Unknowingly, Magellan had just made a serious error. He thought it was within 3 days' sailing of the Spice Islands. But that belief was based on maps of the then known world. And these were based on the work of the 2nd century scholar Ptolemy, who estimated the circumference of the Earth to be about 29,000 kilometres. They headed on into the straits. What they found was an extraordinary maze of islands and potential dead ends.
This strait was a circular place surrounded by mountains, and to most of those in the ships it seemed that there was no way out of it.
But almost 5 months and 20,000 kilometres after they exited the Straits, they finally made landfall at about 10 degrees north of the equator in a place we now call the Philippines. In an astonishing feat of navigation, Magellan had led the fleet to safety. The Spice Islands were now no more than a few days' sail to the south. It seemed that his great gamble would pay off. The islands of the Philippines must have looked like paradise. But on Mactan Island, Lapu-Lapu was taking Magellan's threats seriously. He summoned his most ferocious warriors and invoked the gods of war.
As the battle ensued, Magellan's men soon started running out of ammunition. They spotted Magellan.
One of them, with a large javelin, thrust it into his left leg. This, they all at once rushed on him with lances of iron and of bamboo.
He was just slaughtered.
They slew our mirror, our light, our comfort, and our great guide.
Magellan never circumnavigated the globe. He didn't even reach the Spice Islands. His dreams ended here. Taking command of the Victoria was a popular new leader, Juan Sebastian Elcano.
Señores, a las Molucas.
History was to deny him his rightful role in this epic story. The 28,000 kilometre journey had cost the lives of over 100 men, including the Captain General. But the surviving crew finally reached the Spice Islands and realised Magellan's dream. Elcano sailed west on the Victoria. Spain was about 20,000 kilometres away, and the entire route lay in the Portuguese sphere of influence. To avoid capture, he navigated vast tracts of uncharted waters. Two months and almost 5,000 kilometres later, they encountered terrible storms. The starving men began to develop scurvy.
Above all our other misfortunes, the worst was that the gums of the upper and lower teeth of our men swelled so much that they could not eat. 25 or 30 men fell sick, of whom 19 died.
Scurvy is caused by a lack of vitamin C.
Because he ate spoonfuls of quince jelly. Unknown to him, this contained enough vitamin C to protect him from the disease. It's probably what enabled Pigafetta to keep writing his diary. And without this, we would never have known of Elcano's great feat of navigation. And the Cape Verde Islands, back to Spain.
Pigafetta. Sevilla.
On Monday, the 8th of September, 1522, we cast anchor near the Mole of Seville. and we were only 18 men, for the most part sick, of the 60 who had left Malacca.
The Victoria became the first ship to circumnavigate the globe. It had turned what until then was just pure theory that the Earth was round into an indisputable fact. Elcano was honoured with a special coat of arms, declaring him to be the first man to sail round the world. As for Ferdinand Magellan himself, although he never completed the voyage, the popular perception is that he was the first person to circumnavigate the world.
യാത്ര പുറപ്പെട്ട് 3 വർഷത്തിനു ശേഷം 18 പേർ വിക്ടോറിയ എന്ന ചെറുകപ്പലിൽ ഭൂമിയെ ചുറ്റി തിരിച്ചെത്തി.
ഭൂമി പരന്നതല്ലെന്നും ഗോളാകൃതിയിലാണെന്ന് തെളിയിച്ചത് ഇത്തരം യാത്രകളാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇനി അടുത്ത വീഡിയോയിൽ കാണാം. ബൈ ബൈ.
പച്ചാളം, പാലാരിവട്ടം. ഇന്ത്യ പിന്നെ വരുന്നത്. ഇന്ത്യ 2 ഉണ്ടാ.
സാർ,
ഞാൻ ലോകം ചുറ്റിക്കെട്ടുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കണ കണ്ടില്ലേ?
ഇനിയിപ്പോ എവിടെ വേണമെങ്കിലും ചുറ്റാം, തന്റെ പണി പോയി.
ഒരു പ്രത്യേകതയുണ്ട്. പൈസ തേടി അന്നിട്ടാണ് ഈ നമ്മൾ പോകുന്നത്.